Hi, everyone. It's Echo. I'm sorry I'm a little bit behind. I was working on something and I got a little engrossed in it. And there's that. Now let's go to this. There's that. Now let's go to this. Okay. Oh, goodness. So much to talk about today. Miss Norma is on the way. I'm going to wait a few minutes for her. I want to go ahead and play this video I just made today for our channel. I think I'm going to talk to Norma and see about using it as our introduction on our lives. Okay. So, wrong thing. Not ready for you yet. There we go. I know everybody probably has heard, but the Queen of England passed away today. She was 96 years old, and she served as Queen of England for 70 years. So when she was 26, she became the Queen. I believe that Prince Charles will be the next in line for the throne, most likely. So we want to give our condolences to her family and to the country of England. I'm sure she will be dearly missed. All right, let's play this video. I'm excited. Okay, what did y'all think? I hope you liked it. I like it, and it pretty well covers everything that we're trying to do on our channel. We really do want to build a community of women who can support each other. Feels like I have something in my eye. Tonight we're going to be talking about the thyroid gland. And I just want to tell y'all, the more I researched, the more information I found out. I myself have had a low functioning thyroid for years, and I didn't even know all the possible symptoms. Each woman is an individual, and each of us will experience different symptoms, and we will have a variety of those symptoms, and how they affect us can be different. And I'm sure, as much as I've researched and prepared for this live tonight, I'm sure I'm not going to cover every symptom and every possibility. I actually decided to make it into 3 lives because there is hyperthyroidism, which is where it speeds up, and Graves' disease, which is part of hyperthyroidism that mainly affects your eyes. And then there's hypothyroidism, which is what I have, which is low. There's a bug or something flying in here, which is a low functioning thyroid. And there's also Hashimoto's hyperthyroidism, which is another condition. It's an autoimmune system um, problem. And then there's thyroid nodules that you can get on your thyroid itself, and those can be cancerous or non-cancerous. Here's Miss Norma coming in. Hi.
Hi. Sorry.
It's okay. I talked about the Queen for a minute,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah, that's awful.
yeah,
That really shocked me.
yeah, me too. Although she was 96, I mean, she's
Yeah.
had a great life.
Yeah.
So, but I talked about that, and I played a new video that I made today that I'm hoping we'll be able to use as our opening for our lives. It's kind of a conglomeration, but I'll play it for you later
Oh, okay.
because I just played it a few minutes ago.
Okay.
And then I was just talking a little bit about the thyroid gland that we're going to discuss tonight. Um, there's so much information. I'm going to end up doing it 3 different sections
Oh, okay.
to cover everything. And I was just talking about the thyroid. You can get nodules on your thyroid, which are like little lumps, and they can be cancerous or non-cancerous. And then there's also thyroid cancer, and you might possibly have to have your thyroid removed because of thyroid cancer. So there's just so many different parts of it. I had to break it down. I couldn't do it all in one.
Yeah.
But I did learn something today, a way that we can hopefully get more people watching our videos and get so when new people come, they can go back and get caught up on things.
Yeah.
And then when the people that are already subscribed, it'll always add the newest thing to the top. But we're going to have to make more of like customized playlists. And then we make, instead of it just being a live on this and a live on that, we make like, we'll have a plant section, we'll have a health section, we'll have a craft section. And then what we'll do is we'll use the same thumbnail, and then we'll say, this is episode 1, part 1. And then when we do the next one, it'll be episode 1, part 2, part 3, whatever. And then when we go to within that same subject, but on a different topic, then it'll be episode 2. And we can do it like with our pet videos that we've made. We can put Buster as one episode, and there's like 3 Buster videos. Put Chloe as an episode, and there's like 3 Chloe videos we can do.
Yeah.
Like that. So then when people, I got to watch the other video, is going to tell you about the end cards and the, anyway, so how you get people to go to the playlist.
Oh,
okay.
But
I think that might be helpful.
Yeah.
So, okay, I talked about the national news, which was the Queen. I don't have any local South Georgia news to report, except for we are going to have lots of rain and thunderstorms headed this way for like the next 5 days.
Oh, wow.
So it's been extremely hot here. So we really do need the rain, but I don't think we need
cool here.
5 days of it. You're already getting cold weather there?
Yeah, it's been like down in the 50s at night.
Oh my gosh. So you're definitely moving into fall. See, we're still dead into summer here.
Yep.
Wow.
The kids ain't swimmed in their pool probably in what, a month? No, your pool. Has it been about a month since you've all been swimming in? Because the water's been so cold?
Yeah.
It's been close to a month. They ain't been. Well, since the 1st of August.
Wow.
They really haven't swim like the highest it gets here during the day now is 80.
And are you in the middle part of Ohio, or are you closer to?
I'm closer to Kentucky.
To Kentucky. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in the southern, or in the.
I'm only like 35 miles.
Part of
I'm only like 35 miles from Cincinnati. when you come
Okay.
across the bridge. It's from my house to the bridge is 35 miles.
Okay.
So I'm on the southern side of it.
Okay. So there
That's
you
why
have
we're
it.
called. That's why we're called. Well, shoot. I started to say it now. I can't say it. Kentucky. Wait a minute. They call us something Kentuckians.
Oh,
Shoot. Middle Kentucky. That's what they
Middle
call us.
Kentucky.
Middle Kentucky.
Middle Kentucky. Okay.
Yeah, we're in Middle Kentucky.
So
Go to bed.
It's Middle Tucky, not Middle.
Go to bed.
Middle
Do
Kentucky.
not interfere,
Okay.
didn't I? You're going to get in trouble. He's in trouble anyway.
Uh-oh.
He stays in trouble. Him and Natalie both do. Come on. Up. No, up. No. Hold on a minute. I'm going to put him on mute.
Okay. She's got two preteeners, an 11-year-old and a 12-year-old grandchildren that she's raising, and they really give her a time. So we'll wait just a minute. There we go. Okay, so here's what's been going on with me this week. Over the long Labor Day weekend, I went and stayed with a friend of mine that had hip replacement surgery done. And when I came home on Tuesday morning, my air conditioner was not cooling my apartment.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know how long it had not been cooling my apartment while I was gone. Anyway, I called maintenance. They came, they got in the little utility closet and did some cleaning on it, I guess, or whatever. Thought they had everything fixed. So this morning, I go to town to pick up the grandbaby. I come home to a huge puddle of water on my dining room floor coming out from that utility closet.
Oh, Lord.
So I call maintenance again, and they come and they say it's a problem with the drain. So I don't know if my air conditioner is freezing up and then when it melts, it's not draining, or if it's just normal condensation that's not draining. But it was an awfully big puddle for it just to have been a few hours this morning. Anyhow,
That's the
they
first
took
time
it.
it's done that?
Yeah. They took and they did the snake thing down the drain. And then he's been here twice pouring bleach or drain cleaner or something down it. So I don't have any more water and I am cool, but hopefully that's gotten it fixed.
Yeah, hopefully.
I hope so. And then I went to the dentist today.
Oh,
I am going to be able to get my top and bottom teeth,
are you?
new ones. I won't be able to get them, though, get both of them until the first of the year, because he's going to go ahead and charge my insurance for the bottom ones and then the top ones.
See, that's why I want to get into the dentist before the end of the year so they can do half this year.
You're right. And my
and
dentist actually suggested doing it that way, because I was just going to get the bottom plate.
Yeah.
Which he said, he could do that, but for them to really match up and look right, it's better to get a full set.
Oh, at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm not going to get my impressions made. Allison's not going to be out of school until October the 3rd. She'll have a fall break holiday, and I'll be able to go that Monday and get my impressions done. And then I'll go back sometime in November and do the wax part. And then I may get I don't know if he'll give me the bottom ones before then, or if I have to wait until the first of the year to get both of them. But at least I'm going to get them, and I'll have a matching set and no out-of-pocket money for me. So that is yay, yay, yay. I just have to go without the bottom until then. I told him, I said, thank God it wasn't the top, as I can deal with no bottom, but I can't handle no top. I look like Granny off of the
I know
Beverly
my
Hillbillies. Yes,
uh
and I don't like that at
yeah.
all.
I got to go tomorrow or Saturday, whichever one he gets when they let him have his money on his check, and pay half down on my glasses so I can get them ordered. My insurance only paid $200 on them. My glasses was I got to pay 273 still.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got these are almost $600 glasses, and I paid $86. And the
Really?
only reason I had to pay $86 is so they could make the lenses out of the more lightweight material, because
Yeah.
otherwise they'd be really heavy. But my frames and lenses
You
are
have the you
so
have the
much.
reflection thing and stuff on them.
I have the no line bifocal, but see, and I can see a glare from the computer, but I think it's just the computer. But it doesn't bother my eyesight
Get the
any.
transitions where they transition to because I can't handle light in my
Yeah,
eyes.
that's why you had to pay more. But still, your insurance only covered 200 something.
Well,
Jeez.
they were 700. That she said they only paid 200 and some dollars on them, but the total was 700 something, and she told me only owed 273.
Well, I guess it's better than having to pay the whole 700.
Yeah, so I'd rather pay 273 than I can pay half tomorrow, and she'll order them, and then pay the other half when they come in. Because
Yeah.
she said it'll take mine a couple of weeks to come in,
Yeah.
and then I went to the Cincinnati Eye Institution yesterday for the diabetic and the cataracts. She said I had cataracts, and so, but he said they're so tiny they ain't nothing to worry about right now because they're not causing me no problems. He said no, I ain't worried about because I was all scared and everything going in there. I thought I don't,
I know.
you know. And he goes, no, honey, no. He said, they're little tiny cataracts. They're nothing. She made it sound like I had great big ones or something. Like, I'm like,
Oh
they don't
gosh.
bother me, you know?
Like, I don't want surgery.
And I mean, but they numb my eyes. I've never had my eyes numb before
Mm.
because they had to do this thing. I said, I could never wear contacts. I know I couldn't. And the whole time she's bringing it towards my eyes, she goes, don't eat, don't blink, don't blink, don't blink, don't blink. I'm like, I'm trying not to. Just please don't say that again. But she kept saying, don't blink, don't blink. And I'm like, I'm going to blink if you don't quit telling me don't blink.
Right, right. The more you say it, the more I'm going to want,
Yeah,
be
because I'm
conscious
going
to
to
do
want
it.
to do it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes, you're doing good. You're doing good. And I'm like, phew. That was the hardest thing I ever done in my life, trying to keep my eyeball on. Her coming at me with this thing on, looked like a contact,
Oh
like on
wow.
the end of a thing. It looked like
Yeah.
a contact. I'm like, I said, I don't want that done again because it took me last night. Natalie on the performance thing, so she had to go in last night for dance. Eli's Tuesday, she's Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So
Oh
I'm going
Lord.
to be busy.
Yeah.
And I had to ride with Mandy across the street because my eyes still weren't. I went yesterday morning, my eyes still weren't, and had the
Yeah.
awfulest headache. It just, ooh, I said, don't want that done again for a long time.
Yeah, really.
And then I
But
go,
thank God you don't have to have surgery on your eyes.
but I go Tuesday to be sedated to have the shots put in my back.
Oh Lord. And then how long will that go? You just one
Uh,
time and then wait and see what it does, or
yeah, to see, I can only get them ever so often.
mm.
My insurance covered 3, so we're gonna see how that works. It's it's like a epidural is what
Yeah.
it is. It's
Ooh.
supposed to numb the spot where I'm having to. Hopefully, I can get my nerves straightened back out before. So I had to quit taking my aspirin for 7 days. So I haven't took it for a while.
Yeah.
And she said, but I could start taking them again after they just don't want me to bleed to death. Why? Shots. I said, okay.
Yeah, please no. Please
I
don't
don't
do
want to
that.
either. So that's been my exciting thing. And between them two driving me crazy, that's normal. But
Yeah.
Eli's staying in trouble at school and Natalie's staying in trouble at home. It's just normal.
Mm-mm-mm.
I tell you.
Well, the grandbaby's new word is uh-oh.
Oh, Lord.
And she will drop a toy on purpose and go,
Just to say,
uh-oh. Yep. Her grandpa and Nana came for the long weekend for my daughter's birthday, and they kept her at the hotel um, Sunday night and Monday night. And then I went Tuesday morning and picked her up at the hotel.
yeah.
And they had the best time, and they
Well,
thoroughly enjoyed her. And she is, knock on wood, 99% off the bottle and onto,
oh,
they
good.
bought some weird sippy cups that
Yep.
it has like a dome over it that you push to like to close it, and it
Yeah.
has a straw inside and then has this round part on the bottom of the straw, I guess, to keep it so it stays like it's weighted, I guess, so
Yeah.
it'll stay in the bottom of the cup. But anyway, she's loving it. It's got two handles on it. She can, sit there and hold it herself and everything.
Well, that's good.
So our baby is growing up.
Yeah. She ain't gonna be a baby soon.
No, she's not.
Today.
But it is
So fast.
hilarious to
Yeah.
hear her. And at the dentist office today, she kept talking to everybody in the waiting room, and she kept saying hi. And if they didn't say hi back, she'd be like, hi, hi, till they would acknowledge her and say hi to her. But the dentist sat there and played with her. He was
Oh,
like, she's gorgeous, and just was enjoying her so much. And he said, well, I guess I need to give you back to your granny and look at her mouth so we can get these dentures going. I'm like, yeah, I didn't come all this way just to let you play with the baby.
yeah. No. I tell
But
you.
anyway, I'm glad I liked him, and I'm glad I felt comfortable there. So, and I was like, oh boy, I'm going to try to ask him, if he'll do it that way. And he was like, you just want the bottom? And I'm like, well, I can live with my top, but I broke the bottom in half. And he was like, oh, well, we can fix it for like $500 and something. And I'm like, yeah, no.
Well, see,
We'll
I got
get new ones.
7. I got to get pulled on the bottom, so I can get a.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wanted to see if I can get them done first and get the bottom plate charged, and then do the top plate. That way they can do half and half. Because I figured by the time I get in and get them pulled and then get set up for dentures, that
Yeah.
it'd be close to the first of the year.
Right.
Because I
Well,
know
that's what
they're
he said. By
expensive.
the time because it takes a couple months, but by the time you do your impression, then you
Yeah,
have to come back and do a bite thing, and then they put them in wax first, the teeth.
yeah,
They make a wax mold first, and you have to try those on, and then they make the actual denture. So it takes a couple months, he said.
yeah,
But of course, most people just had their teeth pulled, and so they're trying to let them heal,
yeah.
let your gums heal and shrink a little bit before they do it. But I already had mine pulled, so I won't have to do that. But
Well,
he
I
said
still
I have.
got 7 on the bottom. I got to get pulled.
Yeah, he said. Well, when I originally I got a new top and a bottom, and had the bottom ones pulled, and that was 10 years ago when I went through all that.
Oh,
But he said I don't have hardly any bone in my bottom jaw, like or any gum like for it to fit to. So hopefully they'll be able to make it though.
yeah,
I'm like, well, we got to do something.
yeah.
Got to do
So you
something.
better figure out a way.
Yeah. Like and the funny thing is that at first I felt so self-conscious not having the bottom ones in, and now I'm getting used to them not being there,
See,
and I'll
Dennis
be
ain't got
used to
no
them.
teeth. And his sister wanted to pay to have them ones put in, the permanent,
Uh-huh.
or they screw them in until he seen almost went for it till he seen how they done it and
Oh, I know.
just went through it. He said, nope. I stay in enough pain without going through that pain for a year. He said,
Yeah, and it's very expensive.
yeah.
I
His
mean,
sister was going to pay for it though.
oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the dentures are um like maybe 13.50 or 60 for each plate, and then they said it's like 185. I think was for my visit today and my X-rays. But anyway, I have $2,000 each year,
Yeah.
so I'll be able to,
I got 25 this year. Each
so
year it goes up
yeah,
some.
you should be
So,
good. And he told me, he said, don't change companies now. Let's
yeah.
keep with the same company since they're covering it and they're approving it and everything. I was like, oh no, I'm not changing. I said, shoot, I get a free gym membership. I've got new glasses. I'm getting my teeth. I said, I'm not changing. I like this company
Yeah.
or this plan. I had the company, just not this plan.
Didn't
All
know a
right,
lot about his though.
let's go ahead and start this thyroid. I'm going to be tired of reading before we're
Yeah.
done,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of information. That's our disclaimer for copyright. This is my personal disclaimer. I am not a medical doctor. Please consult your doctor if you are experiencing any symptoms for proper diagnosis. All the information being shared here is readily available on the internet. I have been diagnosed with a low thyroid, hyperthyroidism. I have suffered with most of these symptoms over the past 45 years. And I also wanted to say, I forgot to put it on there, but all women are different. We're all individuals. And you might experience some of the symptoms, none of the symptoms, all of the symptoms. You might experience even different symptoms than what, I'm going to talk about tonight. So don't, try to diagnose yourself. Go to a doctor and have tests run. Um, I have hypothyroidism, and I will discuss the symptoms I have personally experienced on the segment covering hypothyroidism. So we'll get more into that in 2 weeks. This is your thyroid gland, and it is a puzzle. The types of thyroid problems, primary thyroid issues is a problem with the thyroid gland itself. And secondary thyroid issues is a problem with the thyroid gland producing hormones. So the nodules and the thyroid cancer would be primary thyroid issue, and the hyperthyroidism and the hypothyroidism, the Graves' disease, and the Hashimoto's is the secondary because you're not producing enough of the thyroid hormone. Oh, hormone. I can't even talk. The thyroid gland and its function. The thyroid gland is a butterfly shaped gland that sits at the base of the neck. It produces two very important hormones known as T4 and T3. These hormones release when triggered by precursor hormones from the brain, which is TSH. There's a good picture of where it's at. It's right in the base of your throat.
So that's why they always feel when you go
Yeah.
in.
And you also have lymph nodes on either side of your neck.
Yeah.
So they'll feel for the lymph nodes, and then they'll also feel the actual thyroid, see if it's enlarged or if they can feel a lump or anything like that. The thyroid gland function, the T3 and T4 hormones travel all around your body and trigger changes at the cellular level. These changes result in changes to increase your energy and control your weight. These small changes may result in big symptoms if the thyroid is not functioning properly. Your thyroid is responsible for your metabolism, your weight, so sudden weight gain or loss, your hair growth and your hair thinning, managing the quality and texture of your hair, losing the outer part of your eyebrows. And that's, I don't know if you can see it, but I don't have eyebrows. They just don't grow on the outer parts of my eyebrow. I always say I'm going to, do the eyebrow pencil on them, but I don't ever do it. And dry skin and brittle nails. It regulates your body temperature so you can be sensitive to cold or heat. It regulates your heartbeat so you can have a low heart rate, a slowed pulse. You can also have a fast heart rate and a fast pulse. It controls your mood, whether you're feeling sad, depressed, anxious, restless, or irritable. I can testify to that. The mood changes are definitely there. Bowel changes like constipation or diarrhea. And then your sleep. You either sleep too much or too little, and you'll feel fatigued even if you got a good night's sleep. You'll have no sexual interest, a low libido, your energy level, whether it's an increased energy level or a decrease, controls your testosterone, your estrogen, your proestrogen, and your cortisol. And that cortisol is the stress hormone. And that's what really makes you gain a lot of weight. Unexplained muscle tingles, twinges from nerve damage, carpal tunnel syndrome, muscle weakness, and aches, stiff joints. You can have your heart fluttering, feels like your heart is skipping a beat or two, palpitations. You can be fuzzy headed, brain fog, the ability to concentrate and remain focused, increased appetite or changes in smell or taste. I didn't know about that. So I wonder how many people that had the big C really have a thyroid issue.
Wow.
Elevated LDL cholesterol, neck or throat swelling, pain or discomfort, fertility problems with egg production or irregular menstrual cycles.
Don't have to worry about that one.
And difficulty maintaining pregnancies. So with me, I had the polycystic and the thyroid. So I had a double whammy when it came to my fertility, my egg production, and my menstrual cycles. Okay, the cause of the thyroid conditions: chronic stress, toxin overload, iodine deficiency, and metal buildup. And I have no idea what caused mine. I'm assuming a combination.
What is metal buildup?
If you have too much like aluminum or lead or copper in your system, those are elements, but they're also metals. And I know the lead is a big one. It causes a lot of problems. That's why they don't have lead in the paint anymore.
Yeah.
And this is a graphic just showing you symptoms of a thyroid hormone imbalance: fatigue, sensitivity to cold, constipation, dry skin, weight gain, muscle weakness and aches, elevated LDL cholesterol, stiff joints, menstrual irregularities, thinning hair, slowed pulse, low heart rate, depression, memory problems, and insomnia. That's just lovely. Lovely, lovely. Then the thyroid conditions. You have hyperthyroidism, which is a high thyroid hormone production. That's where everything is speeded up. Your energy level, you'll be losing weight. You won't be able to sleep. You'll be nervous, anxious. Then you have hypothyroidism, which is what I have, which is a low thyroid hormone production where everything is slowed down. Then you can get the thyroid nodules. These are very common and normally interfere with the thyroid hormone production, but they can swell and be painful in your neck. You have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is an autoimmune disease where your body attacks your thyroid gland. Thyroiditis is inflammation of the thyroid gland from infection, trauma, or immune attack. Then you have Graves' disease, which is a malfunction in the body's disease-fighting immune system. And the Graves' disease is what attacks the eyes and gives you the bulging eyes. You ever see anybody that has really large bulging eyes? And then there's cancer of the thyroid, is the most common cancer of the whole endocrine system in our body, all of our glands. But it has a 5-year survival rate of 97%. So it's very common, but it's also very treatable, and it is survivable. In future Thursday night segments, we will dive into all of these thyroid conditions. We will discuss their symptoms and treatment options. Please seek medical advice if you are experiencing any symptoms. Again, picture of the thyroid. The complete thyroid lab panel. A lot of doctors only do the T3 and the T4, but you should ask for a TSH, a free T3, a free T4, a reserve T3, and also your thyroid antibodies. As you can actually have normal T3 and T4 and still have a thyroid condition. So you have to make sure you ask your doctor to please do the complete panel. What can you do to keep your thyroid gland healthy? Eat a healthy diet, low in sugar and gluten. Include foods high in iodine. Regular, moderate exercise. Reduce stress levels. Meditation and self-care. Reduce exposure to environmental toxins. And I can't even say it. Make it a priority to get enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours per night. Detoxify your body. Sauna or a heat therapy are extremely efficient ways to detoxify your entire body. And I was looking that up the other day because at the Y they have the sauna, and so I was wondering what it did, but it really helps just to detoxify everything in your body, which is good. Thank you for watching, and please join us next Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and we will discuss and have a presentation on hypothyroidism and Graves' disease. See you soon. That should be the end. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and please turn on the notifications so you don't miss anything. And there we go. All right, now Norma, I'm going to play the video. See how you like it.
Okay.
I
Ooh,
have to
I
I
like.
have to go back and fix the very first one. It goes by too quick. Hold on one second. My dinner is beeping in the oven. Hold on.
Yo,
Let me check.
you been on it? Who has? It's hot.
I'm making ranch chicken thighs with potatoes and onions
Oh wow.
in the oven. And oh, does it smell good?
Mine was free for all in the refrigerator with all the leftovers tonight.
Oh, well, we went to Olive Garden Tuesday night for my daughter's birthday, and I had half of my ravioli left over. And then a friend of hers went with us, and she got some stuff to go, and didn't and got the soup that I like, and didn't want the soup, so she gave it to me. So I had two big containers of the chicken gnocchi soup. So I've been eating chicken gnocchi soup and ravioli the last couple days.
Oh wow.
But I said I better go ahead and cook me something so I have some food cooked. But it only took an hour and a half. I put it for an hour and a half, and I didn't think it'd be done, but it's more than done. Good, good, good. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how we can get, we're getting subscribers, but we got to get them to watch our lives, and we got to get them to watch our videos.
Yeah, I know.
So I was watching, how on the YouTube studio page, it'll say like what's new or ideas for you or whatever like that. And so I was looking at that today, and I saw that about the episodes and the parts, and I said, oh, well, let me look at this. So I was watching that, and I said, well, maybe that would help, because we already kind of sort of doing the um, like I'm using the same picture for my plant thing and stuff, so it won't be
Yeah.
hard to go in there and fix it. And I figured out when you make a presentation, you can download it as onto um, YouTube as a video. It'll say it's not the right format, and you just click on there that you want it to be an MP4 format, and it'll do it.
Oh,
And
okay.
so then I can take the presentation and I can put it on as a video
Oh,
afterwards. So they can either watch it on the live, or they can just watch the video if they don't want to watch the live.
oh, well,
So
neat.
I did figure out how to do that. Let's see what else. Trying to think. Oh. I learned how to when you're uploading it on a video onto YouTube or
Yeah.
a short or a video, you can click in at the top, it'll say reuse info or reuse details. You can click on that, and then everything that you normally have to fill in, the title, the description, and all of that, you can copy that. So you don't have to do it for each one. And then you can just go to title and click it and change your title. But like what your tags are and what category you want it to be in and the description and all that, you can copy from one to the other.
Oh,
And then
well,
so you don't have to type all that in. I figured that one out.
that's neat.
And I just saw on there today something about changing the background. I want to play with that and see. Because like if you take a picture and you don't like what's in the background, I want to see if it's just changing the color of the background, or if you can actually like blur out the background or put something else as your background. I got to look into that some more. But I had my little break. Didn't do one last Thursday because I had a pounding, killing headache. And then I didn't do one Tuesday because of Allison's birthday. So now I'm back on my schedule. We should be good to go. Now you got to get your craft videos made.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out how to set up my dining room without Bigfoot there getting excited, running through, and knock my camera over.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, but I think you should wait until after you get your shot and, and give your back a little time and see how it's going to feel. And then I
yeah, I've
think,
got stuff ready to do a
yeah,
one. It's just school starting, and then
right.
dance started, and I said these three. Well, you figure I'll be going 4 nights a week now instead of one.
Whew. Even if you just, even if it's not actually you making the craft, even if you just like um, go on Pinterest or, whatever, and just like get some ideas of
Yeah,
things, and we can try to just
pictures.
make some videos, just showing different suggestions, what people could do or something maybe.
Yeah,
So we can build up some craft stuff to have, on there.
yeah. I thought
And
about that.
I'm gonna try to do some more of the recipes too, because I think people would like that. And I have two big diabetic cookbooks full of stuff.
Yeah, I've
Uh,
been doing the smoothie ones.
yeah,
Um, I like smoothies.
yeah.
Um, oh, I thought I heard one of them. I'm, I'm losing it here.
Are you coming?
Wait, fine. They're always doing something. I
Hmm.
swear this little fly, it just
I
won't
know I had like a gnat or something bothering me earlier.
leave me alone. I'm telling you, these kids and phones. I'm going to bust every phone that's in this house other than mine and Dennis's. I can't keep them off them. They sneak and get them when they ain't supposed to have them.
Mm,
That's what I was just getting on him about the phone.
yeah.
See how he sees his anyway. It's busted all pieces. They get on the Snapchat, which I'm not allowing on them no more because they talk to people that I know are not kids. I can tell
Yeah.
by the way they talk. Been
And you
reading.
have to watch that
Yeah.
because there
They're
have
not
been so many,
over
so
there
many
11 and
kids.
12. I'm like, no, they're
Mm,
not. I can tell by the way they're talking. No,
right.
they're not.
And then so many kids have gotten lured away to go and meet somebody or something like that, or especially if they're not happy at home, they pick up on that and they start talking to them about, oh, you could run away and live with
Yeah.
me. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Oh, you got to be so super careful nowadays.
I had to. Um, I have to watch them real close on Snapchat. Eli now hasn't, but Natalie has been talking to guys that I know are a lot older than what she thinks they are
Yeah.
because just the way they say words,
Hmm.
sentences. No, I don't think 11-year-old would, but they do.
Well, that's like those scammers. Like I was telling you on TikTok, how you get all these, guys wanting to talk to you. But first thing I noticed is they always have a first and two first names, like William John or something like that. Like
Um,
never like a first name and a last name. It's always two first names.
I haven't even looked at that. I've got I don't know how many messages on my TikTok name and looked
But
at.
then when you
Those are
if
all guys,
you
and it's like, no,
if you do chat with them, you can tell by their use of the English language that English is not their first language.
no, I don't. I don't talk to
As
know.
soon as you say, "Oh, are you a scammer?" Oh, what does scammer mean? It's like, yeah,
Oh,
you are one. If you have to ask what it means,
means
that
yeah.
means you are one.
Okay, we know. Heads up, Natalie. What are you doing? Get off the steps. You all have to be quiet. Papa has to work in the morning. They go up and down them steps, up and down them, and he can't sleep because they go up and down them 10,000 times.
I bet. How's Mandy doing working with him? She's still doing good?
Yeah, she found out she's got scoliosis like I do,
Oh.
and she's having a lot of trouble. And I don't. She says she's going to keep working, and doctor told her that just to take ibuprofen for it. And I'm like, ibuprofen ain't going to help you. I'm telling you right now, ibuprofen ain't going to help. Won't help one bit.
Mm-mm.
Not with that.
Not unless you take it by the handfuls, and then it will eat your
Yeah,
stomach up.
stomach line, and yeah. See, I don't take ibuprofen because when I used to have menstruals, that's what they gave me, the prescription, and they ate my stomach lining up. And
Mm-hmm.
now I won't take them because it caused me so much stomach problem, ulcers, and all that. And I'm like, nope. I told her, I said, you can get ulcers. No, no. And I said, I'd be careful. I'd be taking Tylenol or something, but I wouldn't be taking ibuprofen. She fell, is what happened, and she thought she broke her tailbone.
Hmm.
It hurts her to sit down.
Yeah.
And they x-rayed it, said it wasn't broke or nothing. That's when they found the scoliosis.
Well, I took and fell on the ice one time. Like my feet just went out from under me, and I slammed down on the ice on my butt,
Yeah,
and I broke my tailbone. And that's no joke.
yeah.
It
But
might be tiny, but oof.
it'd been like over a year. And I told her, I said, you shouldn't still be happy if you broke your tailbone. I don't, not
No,
that long.
no.
And she said, well, it's a hurting, and I can't sit, and I can't stand, and I can't walk very much, that it don't hurt. And I said, well, you need to go have it checked out and quit sitting over in pain. And she said the only time it didn't hurt when she lays, and of course, because your spine straightens.
Yeah.
But she said hers was like a C. Her spine
Oh,
on the bottom looked like a C.
oh
And I'm
gosh.
like, well,
I know that's painful.
yeah. So
That's real painful. I feel for her.
she
My
worked this
friend that
morning, but they want, they're doing boxes tomorrow. And Dennis asked her if she wanted to work, and she told him no, she's afraid she hurt her back. So I don't know how that'll go over too good, but
well, my friend that had the hip replacement, they did it as an outpatient, and they must have put an awful lot of numbing medicine inside of her leg because she was up moving around, walking like it was nothing.
yeah, I heard they do, and I'm thinking, what?
The first couple days, she had no problem moving. By that third or fourth day, that medicine was wearing off, and she was starting to feel burning pain. Her foot started swelling. She couldn't get up and down as easy as she did the first couple days,
Wow.
and her incision
Going to
bled a little
therapy?
bit.
Was she going to therapy?
She's having physical therapy come to her house,
Oh,
and
okay.
she had her first one Tuesday, I think. And she said it wasn't too bad, but it'll probably get worse, get harder.
Said it's physical therapy helps a lot. Uh,
Yeah. Well, she was in
they,
such pain,
they
she
said
couldn't
a
hardly
knee
do anything.
replacement's not that bad neither, and I'm thinking, nah, they put something in your body that ain't going to adjust to it. Takes it
I don't
time
know.
to adjust.
She said it's like titanium. What she doesn't realize is how they have to go about doing it to do that.
Um,
I mean, ooh, I just can't handle the idea of it. But
no.
anyhow, she's doing pretty good. I tried getting a hold of her yesterday and she wouldn't text me back. I figured she was probably sleeping all day.
Yeah.
And she finally texted me back today.
Well, that's good.
But her one friend said she would come check on her, be in and out. She came one time while I was there,
Well,
stayed about an hour.
uh, I guess.
So my friend was like,
Just snoring
I
up
am
a
so
storm.
glad you came.
I got a cat in there that's just snoring away. I keep like, what? He's just, oh my Lord. Like I don't have enough in the house that snores.
Mm,
No, I got cats that snore.
yep.
Tell you. I've been trying to go through my house to get rid of stuff because it's so cluttered. Cluttered bad. I just got too much stuff. I said since we hardly had anything when we got these kids.
Kids make a lot of stuff, have a
And
lot
it's
of stuff.
like there's stuff piled everywhere. They just, well, you can see my table. It looks like that every day. They just bring it in here, throw it down. It's like, hang it up. Okay, I will. And it's
Yep.
still laying
No.
there.
Well, and that's like with the baby, she's outgrowing stuff, but we don't know if they're going to have any more kids. And I don't want to get rid of stuff that we might need again. But yet, what are you going to do with it until they, you find out if they're having another one?
Yeah. Oh, tell me, Genesis medicine's ready.
Oh, but I've got stuff everywhere. And then the baby comes and I try to pick up the toys and she drags them out. And then I say, oh, the heck with it. I'm not picking them up today. I'll just leave. The one day I picked him up while she was taking her nap.
That
And
stupid fly.
she came out and saw that I had picked up the toys and got very indignant and was throwing the toys like, don't pick up my toys. Leave them where I put them.
Oh my goodness.
And
Got
I
mad
was
at
like,
you.
oh my gosh, now come on. But we finally took her high chair and made it into a table and chairs or a table and chair because she was trying to stand up in the high chair.
Oh goodness.
But we had deliberately bought that particular high chair and we both have the same one so that we could take it apart and she could
Our
have a little table
Natalie
and
and Eli
chair.
had like Eli
Yeah.
and Natalie have one like that. That you
Yeah.
take it. That was neat.
So yeah, so now she thinks she's hot stuff getting to sit in the chair at the table. And even at the hotel, I told her to go on out into the hallway when we were leaving. I said, you can walk. And she would not cross the threshold of the door. She was like, I ain't doing it. And I finally said, look, take my hand. You can go across. And then she was like, oh, I can walk in the hallway. Then she was all excited. Till we got in the elevator. We got in that elevator and she was like, pick me up. This is not
Yeah.
good.
I don't
So,
like elevators.
it was funny though, but we all were laughing at her because she would not cry. She'd walk right up to the door to the threshold and then stop and turn around and look at us like, I don't know about
Natalie
this.
forever. I had to hold her in the elevator. She did not like elevators. And Eli, he'd cry. He'd stand. I'd have to hold her and hold his hand, and he'd hold on, but he'd cry every time it stopped. He said, "It hurt my belly." It hurt my belly.
Yeah. Now Allison loved elevators. We used to go because I took her with me, had her at my job till she was like 18 months old. And then so I had to take her like when I would go to the bank and the post office and all of that. And if she found out a building had an elevator in it, boy, oh boy, for no reason, we would go and ride up and down in the elevator just so she could ride it.
Right.
She loved riding in elevators.
Natalie
And
still don't like them. She don't like them when they go, how they stop. Because Ours, we at our hospital, they stopped hard. It's like,
Mm,
boom, like feels like everything inside of you's going
yeah.
like they got it to where it stops too hard.
And then when
Some of them
she
you don't
was,
even feel them stop. Have you ever been
yeah,
on one you don't feel it stop? Then it just beeps.
yeah. And you're like, I hate that when it's like whoosh, and
Yeah,
you think it's going to fall through or
true,
something.
yeah,
But when she was potty training, every time we go into a place, she wanted to go see their bathroom. She wanted to check
that's
it out.
and
And
that
she
is
did not like the automatic toilets at all. She thought it was going to, suck her down in there or something.
yeah. Natalie still the Natalie loves to go check out every. I don't care where store we go to. She has to go to the bathroom in it.
Hmm.
And one of my friends, she said her daughter's the same way. She said, "Well, just leave a store and she'll use the bathroom. Then she has to go to the next." I said, "What is it with the bathrooms? I don't understand what
I don't know.
teenage wants to." They're both. She's 13 and Natalie's 11, and I said, "Natalie does it every store we go to. It's crazy. It's like you just went to the bathroom. I'll be
Hmm.
right back." I'm like, then you have to stand there and wait for her. It's, she gets in here, you about have to beat her out of the bathroom so you can go and use it because she stands in there primping all the time now. And her on
Hmm.
11. I said,
Just wait. It's only
God,
going to get worse.
yeah. I told Dennis he better figure out how to put another bathroom in this house before she gets of the teenage years. He said, "Where?" I said, "I don't care where. Just figure out a place to put one, or we'll never get in the bathroom."
Well, no, you need to make her a place
Yeah,
for her to do her hair and her makeup or whatever that's not in the bathroom
bathroom. Yeah.
so that y'all can get in
She's
and
got
use
a
the bathroom.
dresser, real big mirror in her room.
Mm-hmm.
All her stuff's there. Anyway, I don't know why she has to come downstairs to the bathroom to do it. It's like, go up in your room and do it. I don't want to. That's all I hear. I don't want to.
Well, that's what the problem is. She don't
Yeah.
want to.
And it's like, you're going to start doing it or you're going to get hung because I can't keep putting up with everybody at the bathroom door. Natalie, get out of the bathroom. Natalie, get out. Papa gets better. He said, "I'll come in there and drag you out if you don't hurry up." I'm like, "You know you can't do that." He said, "I know I can't do it, but you don't think I don't know that."
Yeah, she don't know that you can't do that to her. Ah, so funny.
I'm like, Lord, they gotta go to bed here pretty soon.
Oops.
But she ain't pramping still. I said,
Oh,
"Why are you pramping? You're getting ready to go to bed."
yeah. Allison used to do that. She'd straighten her hair. I'm
Yeah,
like, why are you straightening your hair to go to bed? I mean,
don't make no
you know,
sense. It's gonna look
well,
like crap in the morning.
yeah. And then she'd re straighten it in the morning. Now she just turned 25 Tuesday. And she finally has accepted the fact that she has a natural wave in her hair and her hair is gorgeous. And
I'd love
everybody
to have wave in
compliments
mine.
her. Yes, everyone compliments her and they'll say, "Oh, your hair is beautiful. What did you do to it?" And she's like, "Nothing." It's like she washes
I
it,
won't even hold it
lets it
for
dry, and it's just beautiful. Well, she's never appreciated it before. She's always hated it and thought it looked the best straight.
yeah.
Well, this year, so many people have complimented her on it. Now she's like wearing it down. She's not putting it up in the ponytail. She's, you know, embracing those curls. And and they're not even really curls. They're just
Just the
waves.
waves.
Yeah.
Dylan, he's got waves. He always hated his hair.
Yeah.
Then then he started wearing it, trying to wear it straight, and then the waves. weren't as big as he wanted, so he went and had a perm put in his hair. I said, he said it
Yeah.
ain't a curly perm. Because I told him, I said, you're going to come back looking like a poodle. And he ain't you. He said, no, I'm just getting like a body perm. And so it just more or less put the waves that's in his hair back
Yeah.
wavier.
Yeah.
Because he's letting it grow longer. Because the longer it gets, the straighter it would get.
Hmm.
Then here's Mr. Eli. I think he wants a perm now. And I'm like, no. He goes, Mama, my hair won't curl. I said, you're not supposed to curl your hair.
It's like if you have curly hair, you want straight. If you
Well,
have straight, you want curly. Nobody's ever
but
satisfied
one
with
day
the hair that they have.
he goes, Memo, I got to ask you a question. I said, what's that? Just serious, it's heart attack. And I had this confused look on his face. He said, is men supposed to shave under their arms and their legs? I'm like, no. Then why girls do it for it? And I thought,
They're girls.
they're girls. And he said, that ain't no excuse. Why do they do it? I said, you
Because
kids.
somebody somewhere
Yeah,
decided that women should do it.
no. I said, I don't know why they do it. Just men don't, it looks more presentable. He said, well, why should guys go around with hair under their arms and on their legs?
Because it looks
I said,
masculine.
because you look like a man then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then he went on.
And that's probably exactly when women started shaving because people were saying they look like a man. They didn't want to look like a man. So they thought they looked more feminine if they
Yeah.
shaved.
I'm like,
I don't know. Some cultures don't shave under their arms or their legs. And then you have professional swimmers that shave their entire body.
I think that's what he was talking about because he was watching sports in there.
Mm-hmm.
Then he come in and asked me, and I'm like, where in the world did he get this from? You know, all of a sudden, just as serious as a heart attack. Because I started laughing. I thought he was being funny. He said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being funny. I'm serious. I need to know why are we supposed to shave? And I said, Eli, you're not supposed to shave. Then why do women? I thought,
You should have said, look, women do a lot of
I
strange
said,
things.
go ask your papa. They just looked at me like, don't send him to me.
Exactly.
He gets serious about something. I'm like, go ask your papa.
Really.
I don't
Really.
want to be in this
Oh, gosh.
conversation. I'm like, it's bad
It's,
enough trying to deal with Natalie.
yeah.
Boy,
Well, and
funny because
sometimes, oh, there's my daughter checking in.
it's
Hi,
funny because he's got
Allison.
hair under this arm, but he has none under this one. He goes, then why do I got hair under this arm and I don't have none under the other one? I said, it'll come in. Believe me, just give it time.
Yeah. A
It's
lot
like,
of change is going to happen.
I said, it will be here.
His
I
body
sit
is
here
not,
an
he's
hour
not
or
going to think
two.
it's his body.
Yeah.
He's going to think aliens have invaded
He
his
goes, well,
body.
Natalie's got more hair than I do. Now I don't understand that. And I'm older than she is. And
That doesn't have anything to do with it.
I'm like, oh, Lord, help me.
Wait
But
till his
puberty,
voice changes.
yeah, puberty's killing me, I tell you.
Yeah, but wait till his voice changes.
Yeah.
That's going to be
That's
hilarious.
he keeps going around. I think my voice is going to change.
Yeah.
Like, I know I hadn't talked to my grandson and probably the one in Kentucky, the youngest one, when his voice changed. I hadn't talked to him like probably 3 months. And I called down there and I thought it was his older brother. And I said, Austin. And he said, Mama, this is Dennis. And I'm like, no, it ain't. He said, no, it is. And I said, no, it ain't. You didn't have that voice the last time I talked to you. No, I'm
Yeah,
growing up.
it,
I said, no,
it,
you can't grow up. You're the baby.
and it's really embarrassing for them. Oh, she's going to bed. Good night, sweetie.
Good night.
Um, it's embarrassing for them then when it they start talking low, and then
Yeah,
all of a sudden it cracks,
cracking.
and they're hi.
I know. I told him, I said, that's really going to be fun.
Yep. Then when he starts getting facial hair, he's going to be like, I need to shave my
Yeah. Yeah,
face.
he asked Papa the other day. He said, do I need to shave yet? You know, and then it's like up on him like this. He said, I'm looking for the hair, Eli. He said, Papa, don't you see it? Don't you see it?
Yeah,
And
that's called peach fuzz. That's not hair.
he's like, no, I don't see it yet, Eli. It's like,
Yeah.
he said, well, Nellie's got a mustache.
Oh,
I'm
goodness.
like,
Don't tell her that. She won't be
I'm like,
happy.
Eli, don't say nothing like that to her. He said, but she does. You can see her mustache. And I'm like, she's real. Her hair, I tell you, when this child was born, she was the hairiest little girl I ever seen in my life. On her back was hair, but her daddy was that way when he was born. He looked like a little monkey.
Mm,
And she did too. She had dark hair on her arms, her legs. I mean, it's lightening up now because
mhm.
I haven't let her start shaving her legs yet. I let her shave under her arms. It took me forever, but she started getting the smell, so I told her she had to.
Yeah.
And about never got her to do it. I ain't never cutting myself. I ain't doing this. I was going to teach her how, and I came in with the razor, and I said, "Here, raise your arm. We'll put shaving cream on." Boy, she took off flying through the house. You ain't a cutting me up. You ain't cutting me up. I'm like, I'm not going to cut you, but if you sit there and act like a wild child, yeah, I might. So I had to end up going buy her an electric razor to get her to do it. To get
Uh-huh.
now she's learning with the razor, taking it slow,
Yeah.
but she's learning. But
Right.
I'll never forget. She took off running like I was going to cut her into pieces, and I said, "No, Nellie, I'm."
Well, when I was a young girl, I shaved my legs the first time in secret and used my dad's razor and started at the back of my heel and took a big old chunk out of my leg
I did on the side of my leg.
and bled all over everywhere. So
Yeah,
when it was time for Allison to start doing it, I was like, we're going to buy Nair and we're
yeah.
going to use that on you because I don't trust the razor. And it wasn't until she was, probably 16 or older, she started doing it with the regular razor. But she likes the electric razor too.
Yeah.
But
But I was in a big
I
place
was
and
scared to death to let her do it.
I didn't want mom to know, and it ended up getting infected, and I had to go to.
Oh, I didn't want anybody to know either. But boy, I come out of that bathroom a hollering, blood, dripping blood. They knew something. I did something
Me, I
wrong.
was scared to death. My mom beat me to death.
Oh, and of course, my dad was like, "No wonder my razors are so dull. You women be shaving with my razor. That's for my face, and stuff."
Hallie's, I had to break
Mm-hmm.
her though. She's went through every one of my razors, her razors. Now she started on Dennis's, and I said, Natalie, you can't just shave one time and throw them away.
Yeah.
But that's what she thinks. And I said, I'll never be able to, you'll be going around hairy because I won't be able to afford the razors. Buy them.
Right. Right.
You do that. They're not cheap.
I mean,
Oh,
now you get the 10 pack. I think they're big for $1.
yeah. She cut
Those
herself
ones,
all to pieces.
yeah, and they probably wouldn't last but about one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But the more expensive razors, yeah, you're supposed to use
Well,
them
I
more than
buy the
one
ones
time.
that's got the 3 in it and the blade on it so she don't cut herself.
Yeah.
But she can use them more than one time
Right.
because she ain't got really that many hairs to cut. And
Oh, and that's another thing. They want to shave their legs. They want to shave their legs. Then once they shave them, and that hair starts coming back in, and they're like, oh, it's itchy and it's
Yeah.
poking me. And then it gets more hair, and sometimes it's darker hair that'll come in.
And it's coarser.
Yeah, coarser. And then they're like, oh no. Well, that's why you don't start, because
Yeah.
once you start, that's
That's
what
what I
happens
told her.
to
I
you.
said, you start shaving your legs, you got to shave them all
Mhm.
the time.
Yep.
And she said, well, I do my arms. I said, but Natalie, there'll be days you don't want to shave them and you'll have to shave them, especially if you're working a job or something, you know,
Yep.
and your legs are going to shave. You're going to have to shave them whether you want to or not. No, I won't. No, I won't. I'm like, you didn't
Well,
know everything. I forgot.
I was the kind of mom, like when she decided, I want to dye my hair. Okay, I'll do it. I'll help you do it. I don't want you just doing it.
Yeah.
And anything like that, I was always like, okay, yeah, we'll try. The only thing I put my foot down was for the tattoo. I'm like, you're not getting a tattoo. You're too young. But she ended up getting double holes in her ears, but she wanted the cartilage part pierced.
Yeah.
And I was like, not until you're 18. And then
Yeah.
by the
Natalie
time she
wanted the,
turned 18,
she
she
get
didn't
one
want
in
it
the
anymore.
nose, and we're ring right here. I said, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if you get one, I'll pull you around.
Yeah.
I said, you're not
I,
going around looking like a bull. I'm sorry.
I'm
You're
sorry.
11
I'm
years
sorry.
old.
I'm old fashioned when it comes to all the facial
Yeah,
piercings and the,
I am too. I'm sorry.
what
I
do they
don't mean
call it?
nothing by it, but
Modifications and
yeah,
everything. I guess I always got noticed for being the chubby kid, and so I didn't need to do anything to stand out. I had a weird name. I was chubby. I talked all the time. I mean, I had enough to get me
yeah.
recognized. I didn't ever feel like I needed to do anything to be
I told
more
Natalie, I
recognized.
said, I don't want you following people. I want you to be a follower. I want you to be your own person and don't do it because somebody else does it.
That's right.
It don't mean you're cool.
No.
When the vape
It
stuff,
actually means you're weak because
yeah,
you couldn't
you're
think of what to
following.
do yourself, that
Yeah,
you had to copy what somebody else
yeah.
did.
And I told her, I'm trying to teach Eli and Natalie both. Don't follow people.
No.
Some
You be
stuff
the
might
one they
get you.
want to follow. Let
Yeah,
them
you might
follow
be
you.
getting in trouble if you follow them too much. And I don't like running around the neighborhood here. I won't let them, and they don't know why because these kids around here get in trouble all the time. They're
Yeah.
breaking people's stuff and everything. I said, you don't understand. You could be out with them. They tear up somebody's property. All they have to do is say is you all. They ran off. Your name's going to be in it. The cops is going to come looking for you.
Yep.
Whether you done it, well, what we didn't do it, it ain't going to matter. You was with them.
It's called guilty by
Yeah,
association.
yeah. And I
And
said,
my dad used to always say, you know, you don't have to be doing nothing. You just with the wrong people at the wrong time in the
time.
wrong
Yeah,
place. And then you'll get in trouble.
it's like,
When I was 14, one of the girls I went to church with got pregnant. Now, her boyfriend was probably 16 or 17. And if I was her parent, I wouldn't have let her even date him. But anyway, they wanted to be together, and her parents were dragging their feet. And so she comes up pregnant. Well, anyway, my dad says, now, I thought he was going to tell me I couldn't be friends with her anymore or something. But he said, I don't know what she did, but I don't want you doing that.
yeah,
And don't you go around making babies, but if you make one, you bring it home and we'll take care of it. So he wasn't telling me it was okay, but he was also letting me know that, I didn't have to do anything stupid if I did get pregnant.
it's like,
It's just, I don't know. My mom wasn't so terrific, but my dad was really a good dad.
yeah. My dad would always just sit you down and explain stuff to you. And Him and mom both did. I mean, but then when if you done something and mom got mad, you was gonna know about it. 'Cause believe me, you might be in the next room by the time she gets done with you, knocking,
Yeah.
taking you to the next room. Uh, but I didn't do a whole lot to. My mom did not take back talking. Oh Lord,
Oh no.
that's when I really got my head knocked off. Uh, see, I was 17 last time I smart mouthed her, and then I went in her room and I was on because we had just the old time phones as they call them. Uh, I was sitting on her bed talking to my friend down the street, and we was just talking away. Next thing I know, phone goes this way and I go flying across the bed.
Oh no.
She said, "If you ever back talk me again, I will beat you half senseless."
Mm.
And I don't care who knows it
Wow.
because I, my mom, you didn't back talk.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I
did.
would have never. I would have never said anything to my parents
Um,
like that. Mm-mm.
I did it. I done it twice that I can
No.
remember in my life. Even after me adult and when she was still alive, I still didn't back talk to her. I
Mm.
knew better, but and my dad never whooped none of us. He just sit us down and talk to us. Mom was the one that took care of the. He got mad at my sister one time and hit her with a tea towel and broke the sugar boat. My sister ended up breaking the sugar boat, and he went upstairs, cried his heart out. I think he cried harder than she did.
Yeah.
My sister acted like she died, and he just barely tapped her with it. My mom said, and just because Daddy whooped her, it broke her heart more than
Yeah.
anything. And he never did lay his hands on. And then my oldest son, I got tickled at because he's never whooped one of the grandkids. My grandson's the only one that he's ever he went like this too real fast, and my son's like, and me and my mom standing in the kitchen window, going, "Did you see what we seen?" And she's like, "No, no," and he didn't. My son didn't cry or nothing. He was just so shocked he didn't, what to do. It was so funny. My mom said he has never done that. I said Otis must have drove him nuts. That's the only thing I know is that it's like Eli. Because there's times Eli, I could just grab a hold of him, put my whole hand over his mouth. He won't shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was trying to garden, and Eli Otis was out there with him, and then just next thing you know, he went. You could just see where he tapped him, but he tapped him.
Yeah.
It's so funny, I swear. But he never he got mad at you. He wouldn't talk to you for 2 or 3 days. I don't care if you needed him. Now, if you really needed him for something, he would come to you. But just to talk to him, he wouldn't talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
He'd keep you in silence, and that hurt worse than anything.
I was gonna say that's worse than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, because I'd say, "Daddy, what did I do?" And he
Mm-hmm.
said, "You know what you did." And that's all he'd say to me, and then go on. Never could figure out what I did half time, but maybe,
Well, neither
that's why
one of my
Daddy's where she
parents really
is.
spanked us at all. Um, my mom would give us lectures, but she couldn't threaten us and say, "Wait till your dad gets home," because half the time my dad would say, "Now, mother, it wasn't that bad," or that, don't be
Yeah.
so hard on
My
them, or
mom threatened me one
whatever.
time with my dad, and I don't know why I was scared of my dad, but I had wrecked on my bike, and we had gravel in alleys back then, and I got the gravel in my knee, and they couldn't get it out. My mom couldn't; she had to take me to the emergency room. Well, the nurse was trying to get me up there to take it out. Well, I ended up kicking her, and
Oh,
my mom said, "You either get up there, Norma Kay, or I'm calling your daddy back here. And she said, I jumped right up there. Like I was scared to death of the man. And I said, I don't know why I done that because I wasn't never scared of him.
Mm-mm.
But she said she didn't think it worked either, but it did.
Yeah.
Then she made me apologize to the nurse. I said, I'm sorry. But Natalie's the worst kid I ever seen when it comes to getting a shot.
Mm.
My Lord, one day, me and Eli standing over laughing. We couldn't help but laugh because she's hollering, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. And she's beating that poor nurse to death. And I'm thinking, don't hurt you. You're killing the nurse. They wouldn't let me help them. They said, no, we got it under in. We got it. We got it.
Mm.
And I mean, I sitting there like, oh my Lord, they're gonna sue me. Because she was absolutely beating that poor little nurse to death.
It kills me though. I didn't like it when Allison had to get shots, and I definitely don't like it when the grandbaby has
Oh
to get.
no. I couldn't
And
look. I couldn't look. It's like, especially when they's little, I'd have to hold them and go like this because I'm not very good on shots still to this day.
Mhm.
I'm 66 years old and I don't like needles. Sorry.
No, I don't. I don't.
I don't care for them one bit.
Mm.
And every time I'd take them to get their shots, and I'd have to turn my head and close my eyes because I couldn't do it. And the nurse would say, you okay now? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah,
Hurry up, do it. Hurry, hurry.
I'm fine, but don't do it to me.
Yeah. She's like,
Like, don't give me one of those
yeah.
shots.
I was like, just don't touch me with them. But I cry. I cry every time because I'd have to hold them, love on them. I said, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, I think I think the 1 year shots was the first time the baby even really knew what was going on enough that she cried for like a split second. And as soon as Allison picked her up, that was it. She was done. She was done.
Yeah.
But it just breaks my heart. And the way they do it there is the nurse, the mama holds the arms, and the nurse like leans up against their legs
Yeah.
and then has them all ready and does them in both thighs real fast.
Poor little Eli, he had to get 4 or 6 one time. And they's like 2 standing on each side of him ready to give shots. When they thought they was ready, they could do it. They'd count down
Mm-hmm.
and then do it real fast and then switch the needles and do it again. I'm like, they had it right perfect too. They could stick him at the same time and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean, it's better than them getting sick and everything, but still,
yeah.
it's painful to watch and to know they're hurting.
Natalie, I got to get her the medicine down there, her antibiotic.
Mm.
But she didn't take it. I don't want to scream up the steps because I like didn't.
That's right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and close it out because we've been on here almost an hour and a half.
She's got an abscess tooth. She's got to take antibiotics for.
Ooh, ooh,
Got to get it
ooh.
pulled the 20th. So
That was that dentist today saying, you don't need any extractions. I was like, good. Been there, done that.
so we had to do an emergency thing because she thought it was her gums, her tooth. It's got a cap on it. It's what it is. And she thought it was the cap had got launched down on the gums because the gums were kind of red.
Yeah, but it was the gum pushing up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They done an x-ray and all this infection all down in here. And they
Mm.
said, they tried to save it. It's a baby tooth, so it's one of her last baby tooth, I think. They said.
Mm.
So he said they're just going ahead and pull it because she's already got a wisdom teeth trying to come in.
Oh my gosh.
He said that's unusual, but you could see it in the x-ray and it's pushing.
Yeah.
Oh, Now, he said it'll take a long time for it to come in, but it's a push in her other.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God, no wonder she's in so much pain.
Right. Well, the dentist, even though, the baby wasn't there to be seen by the dentist, he still looked at her teeth.
Her teeth.
And I was telling him how, she's got those 3 on the top, but
Yeah.
I think the one might be a front tooth, but then not the front tooth, and then the next one coming in. So she's going to have 2 on one side, a gap, and then another one. And then she's got the 2 in the middle on the bottom. But he said, just because they say they're supposed to come in at such and such a time in such and such a pattern, he said, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
He said, they'll come in.
Yeah.
He said, she's fine. I said, oh, I know she's fine. I said, but why she got to cut 2 at one time and then 3 at one time? Not that I want her to go through it, 3 times separately, but still, that poor child, it's got to hurt when 3 at one time.
3 of them.
The whole top of your mouth is hurt.
Yeah, that would be rough.
Yeah. But he said, well, everybody's different.
Yeah.
That's just,
Just like the babies, they always think the 2 comes in front, then this one, but they don't. They come in whenever they get ready.
Yeah. And they can be bothering them and it's underneath there and it's coming out, or it can just pop out. Allison's first tooth was at 6 months, and I was standing there holding her, talking to somebody, and they were like, oh, her little tooth is so cute. And I said, what tooth? She don't have no teeth. I looked at her, and sure enough, like within that morning, from the time like I got her ready and we left to then, it popped through the skin.
Well,
I was like, boy, I didn't even know she was teething. She hadn't even acted, any way different or anything. I was like, boy, she did that all by herself. So, but anyway, so what did you say now? Tuesday night, you got to go where or do what? Tuesday
night.
What's your shot?
My shot, and then Eli has dance that night. I won't be taking mine to get Mandy to take him.
Okay. Well, if you're loopy or you need to be laying down, don't worry about it. You won't miss it. No, you're not going to miss nothing.
Get on her loopy.
Okay. Well, if not, I'll understand.
If I'm loopy, you know what happened to you.
Yeah. I'll be like, Miss Norma.
I'm not hitting no bottle neither.
Miss Norma, you need to go lay down now.
I'll be saying, no.
All right. Well, we'll talk before then.
All righty, hon.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a good night. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Don't forget, subscribe, like, turn on the bell, comment, and we'll see you on Tuesday. See you on Tuesday.